What is going on, everybody? We are here and we're live. I think we're on live here on YouTube channel, not on the Rumble. I wish it would have done it on Rumble, but hey, it is what it is. Here we are, guys. Welcome. We're here. Now we're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. It is the 2026, the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship Tournament Selection Show. Yes, they're going to break it down in just 9 minutes from now. They're going to have brackets reveal and just momentarily because they one of the selection committees are just about to be revealed and overwhelming coming up as soon as we're done. Because last year, if you guys don't remember all of this, because here's what happened. West Virginia got robbed out because North Carolina is the one that got in the final spot of the 2025 NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship Tournament Selection Show. Well, on the selection reveal for the brackets, because West Virginia was snubbed out. The governor of West Virginia was the one that's tried to call it the investigation of the NCAA, because the governor of West Virginia, I don't think that it did not work out very well. I don't think so, but right now all the teams are automatically bid. So and if you can see it over on the television, not going to send it to on the screen on the little thingy. So I don't want to get copyright from the CBS, Paramount, and NCAA. That's what I'm looking at is they're going to talk things over because all the bullshit's going to come down to the whole selection is going to be revealed is that's going to make everybody look angry as it gets, but it is what it is. But they're going to give us a lot of attention on share screen, and because I'm about to share some screen coming up right now as soon as I can. But we're going to send this game on the final because this one is already passed earlier today on college basketball. Well, as of right now, so earlier today, the games are now been revealed. It's already been concluded. So I want to go back to today. As soon as I get my water. Like, there we go. Well, earlier today, I don't need the top 25. No. Division I. Here we go. Purdue, they took care of business today by 8th, and I just caught the last seconds while I was watching the AAC back and forth. They took down Michigan today, finally for good reasons. And Ryan Kell from RK Post going to have his own stream coming in just a couple minutes from now, 5 minutes from now. So go check out his channel, guys. He's got some entertainment. It's some Hollywood celebrities on woke Hollywood celebrities. He's been done too much of that. Yeah, all of the things that he's been done, and oh yeah, but this is gonna make everybody the wokes angry. I don't care. I don't care. Well, Ryan Kendall's Purdue, they took a win, and they finally got a Big Ten tournament title for good. And then Arkansas. John Calipari's the first Division I men's basketball head coach to win a different school at Kentucky and Arkansas. For now, they took down Vanderbilt. Wasn't easy, but they got it done. This is not Nolan Richardson style 40 minutes of hell. All right, this is not the 40 minutes of hell from 1993-94 season. Another game we just catch up to that today. Pennsylvania, they beat Yale finally. Pennsylvania defeats Yale. I was waiting for this for the momentarily because I say screw Yale. Screw the goddamn Yale. Yes, Yale finally got dethroned. Brown should have been in the tournament like a few years ago. Yes, they got robbed out of it. And yesterday, while I was witnessing it, Toledo got screwed against Akron. So here it is. Brackenology, the last four in. So is Miami, Ohio going to be in? Because you got Texas, the sure I'm right now. There's SMU, Missouri. San Diego State is going to get punished. They're going to get punished out of the NCAA tournament because the loss against Utah State, really does sting themselves the most. And then VCU, they beat Dayton today 70-60 earlier today in the Atlantic 10 title game after the Ivy League was over. And then South Florida, they defeat Wichita State by 15 points. No, 20 points. 15 points. No, 50 points, something like that. Yeah, 50 points. They beat Wichita State. I just barely caught the end of that game, back and forth. Quickly, before we get to that right now, because brackets reveal are about to start, a few minutes left. Yeah, St. John's kicked the shit out of us yesterday. Yeah, they kicked Pat shit out of us by 20 points. Took it our asses handed to that at Madison Square Garden. St. John's is a good basketball team. I mean, they brought Lou Carnesecca ever since that days. Now Rick Pitino, the Godfather, bringing their program back to life. I mean, let's not bullshit, okay? Let's not bullshit. St. John's is a great basketball team. I mean, their basketball program is way better than us, Georgetown, Providence, Villanova. You can name all the Big East teams I've been watching ever since. And I've been a college basketball fan since 21 years. It's already been 20 years since the tournament got me started. 2005, 2006 is the one that got me started. Ever since I was in third grade. All right? Ever since I was in third grade, I started watching college basketball. No doubt about it. Well, football's done. Hell, college basketball's there. College basketball's there. Because the NBA was way popular to college basketball. Now, here we are. College basketball owns the NBA because NBA is not going to recover until LeBron James finally the bitch-ass LeBron James is gone for good. I cannot wait till he's gone. Continue. Duke beat Virginia by 4. Yes, and the Arizona took down Houston Cougars. Houston did wealthy send themselves enough when it comes to college basketball, and then that's not very wealthy in hands of it. I mean, it is what it is. UMBC is going back. Yes, UMBC is going back to the dance for the first time since the 16th seed. They beat the 1 seed in 2018. That was Virginia Cavaliers in Charlotte, North Carolina. Does everybody remember that game? I sure as hell I did. That was my 7-year high school. Our brackets got busted while we were on spring break. And then a couple of days later, we're about to go to school, and our brackets got screwed. Yeah, they're going back, and they're trying to – I think they're going to be the 16th seed again because they're going to face Vermont. Howard, Kamala Harris's alma mater, just beat North Carolina Central by 7. By 7 points. And then Utah State, they're already in the tournament because San Diego State is not, because they're about to get punished from the selection committee because they're about to. It's not up to the analysts or the bracketology. It's the selection committee is what matters from the NCAA. The chairman is going to have to explain all of this, and they'll talk about this later on. So Prairie View A&M is in. They beat Sutter yesterday. And yes, we tell you Akron just beat Toledo. Yeah, Toledo got screwed. And then Louisiana Tech, they did get it done against Kennesaw State. And then Hawaii's going back for the first time since 2018. Since a decade ago, they beat UC Irvine. And lastly, Calabasas is going for their first ever NCAA tournament over Utah Valley. So there's your final score for today's game. Just for today's game. So they're about to start right now on the Selection Sunday. Yep. And I don't know what else to tell you. And it's what amazed me is I'm about to get ready for the whole Shazam. And they're going to explain all of this. And this is going to come down to the selection committee and that's going to give us a lot of attention is who's going to be in and who's going to be left out in the college basketball tournament, because that's going to tell you everything they can. And I might look at ESPN bracketology as of right now. Let me take a look at ESPN bracketology because I'm not going to pay much attention to all the bullshit ways is going on. So Fudge all that. So, and now, here is the bracketology. I'm going to explain all of this right now. So, they're about to start right now. Duke is the first overall number 1 seed. Yep, they stopped midday. So there is the last 4 in. So Duke is going to be in Greensville, South Carolina. They're already underway right now, and that's what their first. That's where they're starting right now. They're going to be facing Siena Saints. Siena Saints. So they're going to be facing Duke on Thursday. Depends what time they're going to start, and especially what networks are going to be on CBS, TBS, TNT, or True TV. So Ohio State will be the 8th seed on Thursday. They're going to be in Greensville, South Carolina. Tell me it's going to come to that because I'm wearing this. They're going to face TCU. I hope Ohio State beats the shit out of TCU because I hate TCU coming from this team. So here's that. And then St. John's is the 5th overall seed. Is the 5th seed. They're going to head to Friday. And I forgot what to see because they're right now, they're just let them enjoy it because I hope someone kicks the shit out of South Carolina. They're going to be in San Diego. So St. John's is going to be headed to, that's going to be a hell of a big basketball game. North Iowa. That could be my upset. And I'll break it all down coming up. We'll predict the brackets later on tonight as soon as I can. Possibly, I will make another one, possibly for sure. So here's that. Kansas is the 4th seed. They're going to San Diego. They're going to play on Friday, and they'll face the first ever NCAA tournament appearance, and that's Cal Baptist. I had to go to bed last night. I didn't want to have to stay up for this. Like, screw that. So Louisville's the 6th seed. They're going to play Thursday, so they're going to be headed to Buffalo. They're going to Buffalo on Thursday, and they're going to face South Florida. And this is the AAC reunion, or how about this? Conference USA / Big East reunion. That's going to be a good one. South Florida will be the 11th seed. Michigan, it'll be the 3rd seed, and on Thursday they're going to play at Buffalo, and they're going to be playing the 14th seed against North Dakota State Bisons. They're going back for the first time since 2018 or 19, somewhere around. Yeah, they're going back. I mean, North Dakota State is a football program. And speaking, they're going to Mountain West football starting next season. While they're basketball, they're still in the Summit League. They're not going anywhere. And UCLA Bruins, they're playing Friday at the East region. Then they're going to face Central Florida at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So they're going to play Friday at 7 p.m. on Central Standard Time. Well, but not 7 p.m., but don't let the time know. But they're going to play Friday at Philadelphia. It depends on what time they're going to start. And the second overall, and the second seed there you go, UConn Huskies. So St. John's and UConn are in the. So we are the second overall. We're the 2nd seed right now. So they're playing in Philadelphia. We got have on Friday. Just want to be sure who we have on Friday. Furman. So Furman's competition. So the last time Furman's in the dance, 3 years ago, they beat Virginia on the buzzer. The turnover and then the buzzer. And the 3-point winning shot, and then that was it. Yep, Furman beat Virginia. We already know how that went out. So let's see if UConn doesn't avoid that upset. Hopefully the 15th seed doesn't beat the 2nd seed. So here he is. Duke's facing Siena and Ohio State facing TCU on Thursday, Greensville. St. John's facing North Iowa. And then Kansas facing Cal Baptist on Friday at San Diego. We'll look at the bracket. I'm just going to check everything out to see what possibly can. So I'm just like looking at it right now on the television. I'm not going to share the screen and just like, let's just say as soon as I'll let you guys. Buffalo, New York, Louisville is going to face South Florida, and Michigan State facing North Dakota State on Thursday. And then Friday on Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, UCLA is going to face UCF, and then UConn is going to be facing Furman. Okay. Louisville and South Florida. This is the Conference USA / Big East reunion. Interesting, right? Interesting. It's kind of like a reunion of the Conference USA / Big East. It's kind of weird. Because all the social media reactions going to come to that, and that's corporate AT&T and all that stuff. We got some pretty interesting matchups on Thursday, so yeah. So going back to as I told you guys, we're gonna screen on one more time before I close this one out. Here it is again. So here is the brackenology according to Joe Lenardi. There he is. If they can make that run right, let's see if they can because Santa Clara could be possibly in the NCAA tournament because it's already been 30 years since 1996. And then you got Miami, Ohio. They're trying to get into the dance for the first time. Well, once again, since 2007. I hope they make it right because here's my thing about Miami, Ohio. They have not won a quad one win this season because the loss really does hurt. Was against UMass on Thursday against them at the MAC tournament and just sting themselves in the foot. And then SMU could be possibly in. Same with Texas could possibly in because they get punished. Oklahoma, Arbor, they're already punished themselves in the foot, and New Mexico could be punished. Unless the selection committee does do something stupidity, all that crap, so to say. But what else can you do? So there he is. Let me show you the bracket again because I'm about to reveal the bracket. Well, not reveal, but share the screen right now so I could go to ESPN right now, and there he is. Again, here are the brackets. Duke's gonna face Siena over there in Greensville, and then you gotta go to that game. That's gonna be very interesting. Going on, you got St. John's facing Northern Iowa, then Kansas facing Cal Baptist. Louisville's going to be facing South Florida, and Michigan State's going to face North Dakota State. And then you got UCLA facing UCF, and then UConn's going to face Furman. So we're about to head to the next region right now. I think they're going to go to right there. Or possibly the bottom. Just want to be sure. So we got Furman on Thursday. We got some interesting matchups on Thursday. I mean, this is going to be interesting matchups. And depends how that's going to come down to it. I mean, the selection committee, I mean, they'll do anything. And it's going to be – I mean, this is looking at social media because Blue Sky is going to have this is going to be all over the place. I mean, the selection Sunday is already there. I mean, we're already into that. So I hope Ohio State kicks the shit out of TCU. I really, really do. So I just want to point that out. So here we go. Next bracket is provided by Capital One. Arizona is going to be the second overall number 1 seed. Yep, they're going to be the second overall number 1 seed. I think they're going to go to that side of bracket. Yes. So Arizona is going to be the second overall number 1 seed, and they're going to be facing in San Diego on Friday against. Just waiting for them to Long Island University. That's going to be. Arizona's going to run all over them. But I'll be shocked if the 16 beats the 1 seed again. Then everybody's going to bust their brackets. So Villanova is going to be the 8th seed on Friday on the West region. They're going to head over there to San Diego. They'll be facing Utah State, won their last and final Mountain West title because they're going to the Pac-12 next season. Boise State, Gonzaga, San Diego State, you name it. You name it. Because I'm already telling everybody, everything that's going to come to that. So, Thursday, Portland, Oregon. Kimmy Chex is from Portland, by the way. So, she'll be ready to go. Wisconsin's going to be the 5th seed on Thursday. And looking, they'll be facing High Point. That's going to be a good matchup. They're going to be facing High Point from the Big South. Out of the Big South, they're going to represent from the Big South. That's going to be a big matchup to not forget about. Is everybody's got a chance. Everybody's got a big chance. So they're going to face each other on Thursday, and depends what time and what network they're going to have. Arkansas is going to be the 4th seed in the West at Portland, and they'll be facing the 13th seed, Hawaii from the Mountain West. I believe it's from the Mountain. No, something like that. Yeah, they're going to be the 13th seed. So Thursday again on the same region. They're going to be as the 6th seed, BYU, aka the Mormons. The Mormons, by the way. Yippee. And they're going to be the whoever faced the 11th seed. I wonder who we face. Okay. All right. We are facing NC State, guys. Texas is going to be facing NC State, and this is a rematch from 2024, 25 rematch, something like that. Yeah. This is going to be the rematch since the last time we met. It was at Raleigh, by the way. Let's see if we could do it again. Gonzaga will be the 3rd seed in Portland, and they'll be facing the 14th seed against Kennesaw State. Yeah, because they destroyed Louisiana Tech last night in the Conference USA. So we were facing NC State. That's going to be interesting, Longhorns fans. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, Miami's the 7th seed. As a Longhorns fan, on Friday they'll be in St. Louis, and they're going to face. I hope Missouri beats the cat shit. I hope they beat the dog shit freaking Miami, because F Miami, Florida. Because I'm glad UConn beat that ass over there in Houston. I really, really do. And then Ryan's Purdue will be the 2nd overall seed. Yeah, because they won the Big Ten title. Yeah. Well, the 2nd seed. And St. Louis, yeah. They're going to play on Friday, and they'll be facing the first ever NCAA tournament appearance, Queens, New York City, the Royals. So I hope Missouri beats them. I really, really do, because I hate Miami, because F Miami, screw Miami, fudge Miami, because I'm glad we beat the shit out of them, because Texas would have beat them after 3 years ago. They blew it. So Arizona's going to face Long Island, Villanova, Utah State, San Diego, Wisconsin, High Point, Portland, Arkansas, and Hawaii on Thursday in the same region. Texas is going to be facing NC State. The winner will be facing BYU in the first 4. And then I'm waiting for that. Gonzaga's going to be facing Kennesaw State. So there's the bracket right there. So, yeah, Miami's going to face Missouri at St. Louis on Friday, and then Purdue's going to be facing Queens, New York City. I mean, I hope Missouri beats them. I really do. I really don't care about Miami that much in basketball. I hate Miami because here's my thing about Miami. They talk shit on the Longhorns 3 years ago. We were up in the first half by 8 points, and then the second half, we blew it. We effing blew it. It's bullshit. It's complete, total bullshit. I don't care if I have my language out of my mouth coming from my mom and dad. I don't give a rat's ass. Okay? I don't. Yeah. Coming from the South, we used to say, I don't give a rat's ass. So we'll reveal the brackets coming up later. So here he is again. The brackets is already out. So there he is. Yeah, it's right there on the brackets. So we got some interesting matchups. And I'll tell you guys right now, because I got a lot of shit to come out in my mouth, and this is the NCAA tournament that I'm going to enjoy. But you gotta go back to 2023, and I'll tell you that right now, because you gotta go back to 2023 on the men's side, and so the chairman's gonna ask some questions later on, because I can't let you hear the audio because I'm going to copyright from the NCAA, CBS, and Paramount, and all that kinds of crap. But yeah. And all right, the bracket's right there. All right. Where is it? There, right there. I'm going to show it to you guys before we move on from the next bracket. So here it is, guys. So here he is. Texas took care of business against Colgate. All right, guys, you want to go back to Chris Beer, aka the wife beating bitch himself. He beat his own wife. Okay, he assaulted him, and then the next couple of days he got suspended, and then Ronnie Terry takes over. And guess what? And then Chris Beer got fired. Ronnie Terry takes over Chris Beer's playbook strategy that he's using, and then yeah. They beat Colgate by 20. We almost lost to Penn State because we won by 5 the same day USA took care of business against Venezuela in baseball, World Baseball Classic. And then the next game, we took care of Xavier, by 12 points because Miami beat Houston. All right. And then on this matchup, we blew it after that first half lead by 8 points. It was like what was the score? Yeah, 43-35 or 45-33. Yeah, and then the second half, it's all Miami. We blew this game away. We pissed the game away. Hurts me a lot, but UConn's run because they were the 4th seed over there to the West. After that Midwest regional, and then the West, they beat Iona, they beat St. Mary's. They destroyed. They took care of business against Arkansas, and then they dominated against Gonzaga in Las Vegas easily. And then in the Final Four, yeah, as I said, UConn beat Miami to have them where right now, and then they won the national championship. How sweet it is! How sweet it is! I don't know what else to tell you guys, but it hurts me even more. But you could actually use this one when it comes to college basketball. But I'll share the screen for you guys so you can see my reaction, so we can get ready for all this stuff. We're back, and they're about to have another one as the third overall number 1 seed. And I wonder who's going to be. And it's going to be Michigan. This was presented by Coca-Cola. Yeah, it is Michigan. They're going to be the third overall number 1 seed. So, yeah, they lost to Purdue today. Ryan Kendall's Purdue. So they're going to be the third overall number 1 seed. And so they're going to be in Buffalo on Thursday. They're facing the 60 seed. The winner will be facing UMBC and Howard. That's going to be on Thursday's game. It'll be on this Tuesday night. So they have till Tuesday night. I don't care who wins this game because that should be good. Georgia's going to be the 8th seed on Thursday in Buffalo on the SEC. And they'll be facing the winner against St. Louis, the Billikens from the Atlantic 10. Yeah, because that game came down to the wire. My God. On yesterday against Dayton, that was a great game. Oh man, but still, They lost yesterday, but it doesn't matter. They're in the tournament. Texas Tech on Friday, they'll be in Tampa. They'll be the 5th overall seed. The 5th seed on Friday out of the Midwest for the Big 12, and they're going to be facing as the 12th seed Akron. Yep. Could have been Toledo, guys. Could have been Toledo. The Max script writer says no. That's possibly not going to happen. So let's see on Friday, the fourth seed in the Midwest, they're going to be facing. Well, it's Alabama out of the SEC. Alabama. Jeremy Prime's Bama. Roll, Tears, roll. I'm just kidding. And they'll be facing the 13th seed against Hofstra for the first time in 20. Here's my thing about Hofstra. 25 years ago, well, yeah, they made it to the tournament. Well, they were in the tournament, but 6 years ago, coronavirus shut Hofstra season down. And that could have been better because, yeah, I understand what's going on back then, what was going on back then, and the whole thing was canceled. It was complete bullshit. It was bullshit. But they're back. 6 years later, they're finally back. Common sense is finally back. So there's that. Friday, Tennessee will be the 6th seed, and they'll be going to Philadelphia. And, oh, yes! 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 Fudge you, San Diego State. Miami, Ohio State. Miami, Ohio is in. Yes! I can't believe they got it right. Yes! They're going to be facing SMU. Yes, the committee actually got it freaking right. Yes. Virginia's going to be the 3 seed on Friday. Oh, my goodness. And they'll be facing the 14th seed. I think it's somebody else. Wright State. Yep, it's going to be Wright State. Over there in Philadelphia. Man, Kentucky will be the 7th seed on Friday. They'll be going to St. Louis. And I'll tell you about the rest of it. And they're going to be facing Santa Clara. Finally, the drought ends for the first time in 30 years since 1996. Yes, they're going back to the NCAA tournament. So they're going to face Kentucky on Friday. So the Broncos are back. They're back. Now it's their time because Gonzaga doesn't have to worry about it. Well, they don't have to worry about Gonzaga. So Iowa State will be the 2nd overall seed. Well, the 2nd seed in the Midwest. And they're going to be facing in St. Louis against, man, Tennessee State for the first time since 1994. Oh, my God. They actually got it right. This is what happened. Common sense is coming back to college basketball. It finally happened. Oh, my God. There's common sense in college basketball. They actually got it right. The committee got it right. Oh, my God. They finally got it right. So Michigan State's going to be facing UMBC and Howard, a winner, and then Georgia and St. Louis on Thursday, Buffalo, and Friday, Texas Tech and Akron, and Alabama, Hofstra, Tampa. And then on the bottom side of the bracket on the Midwest, I'm just waiting for them to scroll down. Just wanted to get it quickly before they start pulling it down, by the way. I just barely knew it was going to happen. Miami, Ohio barely got it in. The committee actually got it right. The selection committee got it right. Tennessee against Miami, Ohio, and SMU the winner. Virginia versus Rice State on Friday. Kentucky, Santa Clara, and then Friday in St. Louis, Philadelphia, St. Louis, and then Iowa State, Tennessee State. Guys, this is what happens if they don't make it right for Miami, Ohio. Then there's not going to be a chance for them to get into the NCAA tournament. But they got it right. I mean, they freaking got it right. Holy shit, they got it right. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. They actually got it right. A loss to media meltdowns are coming, guys. They're gonna piss themselves off. They're gonna be bitching and pissing, crying, whining, and complaining. Oh my God. This is what happens because the committee doesn't get it right, because I just don't understand if they don't make it right about it, but it is just, good God. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just looking at blue sky right now before they're gonna say something more about college basketball stuff. Chris Vanini, man, they actually got it right, guys. There's common sense in college basketball. Man, they made the right call, and and this is just, guys, they're already getting crushed on this right now, because I'm gonna tell you that right now, and hold on, I'm about to scroll this in right there. They're getting absolutely destroyed. There it is. Boo! This is ridiculous. They have to be in the first four. You mean the first four? This is such effing garbage. I don't love that it's first four, but I'm glad they are in. An absolute tragedy. They deserve so much better than the first four. Absolutely criminal. I do not care. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't care. Look, stop with the bullshit nonsense, okay? I don't give a crap. Miami, Ohio deserves to be in. What the hell are you guys talking about? What the hell are you guys talking about? They got in. They lost to UMass. What are we here for? Think again. This is the NCAA tournament. All right? They lost to UMass, the most important game in the tournament. They lost to that. Okay? I don't want to hear, oh, Miami, Ohio doesn't compete. Shut the hell up. Stop it. Stop it. All right? What if Texas don't make it? Yeah, we lost to Ole Miss. I'm glad we lost to the white beating bitch. I don't care. Because it's all a bunch of pussyfy lie. All right? We made it, all right? Texas is facing NC State, and Miami, Ohio is the one that made it. I made that video like a couple days ago. Is Miami, Ohio in risking if they don't make their tournament? Because if it does, it's going to be a massive black eye. But now there's no more. San Diego State got punished, but not till the last reveal of the bracket could come out in just a momentarily, because it's going to come to that in the selection committee. All right. They made it to the last bracket. God. They made it. All right. The last and final reveal of the bracket. Yeah, Florida Gators will be the 4th overall #1 seed. Yep. Defending national champ will be the 4th number. Yeah, again, they're going to be in Tampa on Friday. And they'll be facing the winner of, not the winner, but of the first four, but they're going to be facing the 60 seed against, just want to be sure. Yeah, the first four, Prairie View A&M and Lehigh. That's going to be interesting right now. So they're in. So I'm thinking Lehigh will beat them. So Clemson will be the eighth seed in the South region on Friday in Tampa and against Iowa. Yep, Iowa Hawkeyes. Kimmy checks his Iowa against Tigers for, yeah, you know who. And on Thursday, the 5th seed, Vanderbilt, will be in Oklahoma City. Yep, home of the Thunder. And, yep, that's why they lost to today's board game against Arkansas. It's just, I don't know what else to tell you. So they'll be the 12th seed against the 12th seed, John Matrix from Black and White Sports, McNeese State Cowboys. John Matrix's alma mater. Yep, they won the Southland Conference. Thursday, Nebraska would be the the fourth seed in the South region. Yep. That's what all means by that. But yeah, that's what all comes to that in the Big Ten. They're going to be facing the 13th seed against the Troy Knights. Should be a good matchup. And now, guys, the final 8 teams remaining. So North Carolina will be the 6th seed again. Hubert Davis has got to get some work done in Greensville on Thursday. I'll be pulling for them if they don't make it that far, but I'll be pulling for them. Just want to be sure. So North Carolina will be the 6th seed. It'll be facing the 11th seed against, wait for it, VCU. Yep. VCU just won the Atlantic 10 tournament. That's going to be an interesting game, just for sure. So there's that. And then on Thursday, on Greensville in the same region, and the 3 seed is going to be, just waiting to reveal, Illinois. Yep, the final. I would like to see the rematch from 2005 national championship between North Carolina and Illinois, but it depends how the upset goes, because I have a feeling VCU will be Penn Quakers. They'll be the 14th seed. So Penn's going to be facing Illinois. I'm thinking Penn will be the upset. It might happen. And then on Thursday, the last 4th spot remaining in Oklahoma City. So there goes. On Thursday, it's St. Mary's. So St. Mary's is not getting punished. So thank goodness. St. Mary's is going to be facing Texas A&M on Thursday over there at Oklahoma City. So I hope St. Mary's beats them, because I hate my rival coming from this team. So, and the last 2 spots, yep, Houston Cougars, the runner-up from the national championship game, lost to this, and right now in the same region, the Florida Gators. Yeah, they're going to be facing each other in the South region when it comes to Elite 8. So the Houston Cougars will be the 2nd seed against Idaho Potatoes. This is going to be an interesting game. The Idaho Potatoes, the Vandals, will be going back for the first time since 1990. Yes, the Hank Gathers death from the Laura Miramau run, and 1990's upset, all that stuff. And then UNLV won, and then the scandal fraud came out from the NCAA investigation began. So here he is. Florida's going to be facing Prairie View A&M and Lehigh at Tampa, and the winner will be facing Clemson in Iowa on Friday. Then Thursday, Vanderbilt, McNeese State at Oklahoma City, and then Nebraska against Troy on Thursday. McNeese State and Vanderbilt game is going to be really interesting. So John Matrix, good luck facing them against Vanderbilt. Good luck facing against them. So that's all I got to say. And then the bottom side, North Carolina's going to be facing VCU and Greensville, and Illinois will be facing Penn on Thursday. And then on Thursday, the same day, St. Mary's and Texas A&M, and Houston will be facing Idaho and Oklahoma City. I would love to see the rematch in the Southwest Conference, Texas A&M and Houston, but I hope St. Mary's beats them. But I want Houston to just. But hopefully they'll pull off the upset by Idaho, the Potatoes. So there you have it, guys. The final spot in the South region. So there he is, guys. And there's the date. There's the date right there. And I'll tell you guys to break it all down before we wrap this video up. And lots of great games coming your way in college basketball. It's just, oh my God. And then all of a sudden, and we'll look at the social media breakdowns, but yeah, SEC has 10, Big Ten has 9. We have 10 in the SEC, and the Big East only has 3. ACC, Big 12 has 8, and then West Coast Conference, Atlantic 10, and MAC has 2. And then, yes, the punishment has already been revealed. IU is out. San Diego State is out. Auburn, Oklahoma. Yes, San Diego State got punished because they lost to the most important game by Utah State. And Oklahoma and Auburn is the one that got punished. So they got it right. The selection committee got it right. Common sense is working. Miami, Ohio is in for the first time. I was very glad. I was not. If it was, I wouldn't have been worried if they left him out, because if it does, this is gonna be a punch in a massive black eye by the NCAA. But the committee got it right, guys. The committee got it right. Oh my God. There's common sense in college basketball. There's common sense. They made it. They made it. But we're going to take a look at social media reaction. But I will get to that, to my brother, to another mother, Chris Panini on Franchise 6. I mean, I've been looking at all over the place. Guys, you could follow me on Blue Sky right there on the social media, Blue Sky. And I was going to tell you guys tomorrow, we're going to have Blue Lock first, and we'll start at 11 or noon, by the way, tomorrow 11 or noon, followed by the world premiere of Rooster Fighter. And then we're going to have Tokyo Revengers and the movie premiere of Flow. Yes, I did watch it earlier today on HBO Drama. That movie was really good. And by the way, tonight's the Oscars. Last year, they won the Best Animated Feature Award winner from the movie Flow. The Little Dark Gray Cat. I'm telling you, that movie is really, really good. You should watch it to yourself. Watch it for yourself. I mean, it's just a romantic movie. But that's how the movie goes on. But you should watch it. You should watch that movie. It's really, really fun. But yeah, man, the committee got it right. And then the chairman's going to ask some questions on the whole thing that Miami, Ohio got in, because I'm not going to have time to stay with you guys because I'm about to get out of here right now. I mean, here's my brother. Go Siena. And this is Ken Fang. Ken Fang Variation says, I appreciate CBS is going right to the grid. ESPN could learn a thing or two for its college football playoff reveal. That is a great question. That's a great question right there. So this is a great question. Guys, they're getting roasted about Miami, Ohio got in. I don't care. The committee got it right. The committee got it right. Right there. They're getting absolutely demolished. I don't care. The committee made it right. Make the right choice. What's the point? What's the point of that? Huh? What's the point of it? I mean, good God. I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, guys, there you have it, guys. I'm going to show you one more time before we close it out. And I will tell you, and hopefully I'll see you maybe tonight for the bracket reveal, and then we'll break it all down to you. So here we go. Duke's gonna be facing Siena in the East region on Thursday, and then Ohio State will be facing TCU. Well, actually, let's go to Blue Sky. Let's go to Blue Sky. How about it, guys? How about it? Let's go to Blue Sky, and this won't hurt me a little bit, but just good gravy. I mean, they got it right. I'm glad they made the right choice. Just make the right choice. So here we go. Start off with on the East region, yeah. In Greensville, Duke's going to be facing Siena, and Ohio State facing TCU on Thursday, and Friday in San Diego. St. John's, North Iowa, Kansas and Cal Baptist, and then on Thursday, Buffalo, Louisville, South Florida, Michigan State, North Dakota State, and then Fridays, UCLA will be facing UCF and Philly, and we are facing Furman as a UConn fan, and Philadelphia. And then the West region, San Diego, Arizona, will be facing Long Island University, and then Villanova is going to be facing Utah State, and then Wisconsin, High Point, and then in the Arkansas, Hawaii on Thursday, Portland, in the top of San Diego, and then the same region, BYU we're facing NC State as Texas fans on Thursday. That's the winner facing BYU. And then Gonzaga's going to face Kennesaw State on Thursday, and Portland, and then Friday, and St. Louis, Miami, Missouri, Purdue, Queens, and then Michigan facing UMBC and Howard. That's the winner. And then Georgia facing St. Louis at Buffalo. And then Friday, That's Thursday and Friday. Texas Tech, Akron, and then Alabama, Hofstra, Tampa. And then Friday, Tennessee facing Miami, Ohio, and SMU. That's the winner of that game. And then Virginia, Wright State of Philly, St. Louis, Kentucky, Santa Clara, then Iowa State and Tennessee State. And then the South region, right now, you got Florida facing Prairie View A&M and Lehigh. Yes, I'm about to get right. Tampa, Clemson, Iowa, and then Vanderbilt facing McNeese State at Oklahoma City, and Nebraska facing Troy, Tampa, Troy. And then lastly, North Carolina, VCU, and Greensville, and Illinois, Penn State, and it's St. Mary's and Texas A&M, and then Houston, Idaho, and Oklahoma City on Thursday. There you have it, guys. There's your brackets, and we'll talk to you guys later tonight. What do you guys think of this? Make sure you guys like this video, and the comments will be down below. Well, comments will come to that later on, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you still subscribe, because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. So thank you guys for watching, and it's been fun. So peace. I'm out. Till next time.